All right, great. So officially, let me just say welcome to the class once again. And in this particular class, we're going to be talking about three major things you need to become a millionaire for. Now, like I said, you guys are new students, so I'd like you guys to forget about becoming a millionaire for now. All right, focus on being a profiting trader first. And before you can do that, you need three major things, and those are the things you can learn, or I'm going to teach today, and those are the things you're going to learn today, right? So, like I said before, please don't mind my voice. I'm just recording from illness, so I can't really shout much. And I'm going to try as much as possible to pass this message across to you. All right. So, while the class is going on, please send me your messages, questions, anything you have. So, at the end of this webinar, I can treat everything and answer all your questions. I need to know how your trading has been. I need to know if you've been profiting. I need to know how you've been closing trades, and I need to know if you've been missing trade calls, trade signals. I need to know how the education has been going. Yeah, I need to know how long you've studied or how much you've studied, or if you have issues with anything you've been studying. We need to talk about all of that today, alright? So you can start sending me your messages, and after the webinar, I'll treat everything. Alright, yeah, looks like I have the message already, but I'll treat everything after the webinar, alright? So diving right into this class, guys. The three things you need, right? You need number one, a trading strategy, number two, a profiting strategy, and number three, a risk management strategy. All right, it's as simple as this. This is something I always tell people. The simple secret in forex is with risk management. Number three, with risk management, you can become a millionaire in forex. It's as simple as that. With good risk management, the only thing you need to be a millionaire in forex is risk management. But before you can have a good risk management, you need to have a trading strategy. All right? Your risk management is useless if you don't even know what you're trading, you don't know how you're trading. And then your trading strategy is useless if you don't understand how to profit. All right? You need a profiting strategy. It's not enough to pick a trade and then you wait for the trade to go into profit and then I'm done, then you close. No, you need to have a profiting strategy. Understand what you're doing. Understand how you want to profit. If you're going to have a target, if you know what, I'll dive into everything one by one. Then let me mix everything up for you. All right. So now we're going to start with the trading strategy. For those of you that are new in class, especially you guys are in this class right now, the newbies, um, you have the first month class, and in the first month class we talk majorly about trend line structures, the basics. All right. The trend line structures is not enough for you to become a millionaire for that. It's just part of the basics. All right. You need to understand trend line structures. The reason you need to understand trend line structures is because you need to understand the market direction. When you understand the market direction, then you know what you're trading. You understand who you're trading. All right. You will be able to tell the difference between a pullback and a market reversal. I know some of you guys already know this thing, but knowing this thing is not enough. All right. You need to have a strategy to be able to show yourself that thing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The essence of drawing trend structure is you already know the market moves in a particular direction, either up or down. Alright? If it is a downward movement, we're going to have a zigzag boom 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 up. A boom 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 down, sorry. If it's an upward movement, same thing, goes up. Alright? The trend line structures would help you push you in the right direction, show you where you have retracement, show you where you have pullback, and all these things will guide you. All right, it will help you to not have wrong entries and exits. All these things would help you to profit. Okay, this structures the harmonic. So some of you that learn harmonic, I have nothing against all these things. I actually encourage having an idea of all this. I don't use them. All right, I use major trend line structures. There are harmonic Fibonacci, I have an idea of it. Elliott wave, I know probably some of you would know the five Elliott wave theory. The reason I don't use it is because sometimes in the market, sometimes you see seven waves, sometimes you see nine waves, all right? Elliott wave theory talks about five waves, which is the A to E. And sometimes you see I get it wrong. When I give out a signal and then you see I'm expecting a bounce or I'm expecting a breakout because you already have the five wave A to E movement, blah, blah, blah. Most times it works, but sometimes it doesn't, all right? So it's just, I use it as a part of my confirmation. I don't really trade using all of these things, but I wouldn't discourage you guys from learning those things because somehow they help you, they shape your idea. But the thing is, don't fill your head with all of this garbage. Like, don't let me make you understand what I'm trying to say. Don't draw a trend line structure. For example, you want to trade GBP USD, right? Don't draw a trend line structure for GBP USD. Then draw an harmonic for GBP. Then try to look for an harmonic pattern for that same GBP USD and GBP USD. And then you try to look for Fibonacci, and then you try to check to get. Eventually, you're going to get confused, get the wrong entry, the wrong exit, and boom, you lose them. It's as simple as that. All right, this is something my mentor would always tell me: keep Forex simple, and Forex will definitely be simple for you. All right, when you fill your head with all of this garbage, they would arm you. They do you more harm than good. So having an idea of all these things, good. It makes you know what you're doing. But focusing too much on all those things will kill you. All right. In the student group, we talked about the ends and the W formations. We talked about a whole lot of things. And you see, when you focus on just a few things, things like that, all right, those are the things that were taught to me. Those are the things that have been working for me. And those are the things I use in business signals. Those are the things I use in trading. I trade for a living, all right? And that is why sometimes I might decide to take a day off. Sometimes I take a day off or a week off. I trade for a living. So if I don't trade today, it don't matter. Tomorrow I'll trade and I definitely make profit. Okay. So now the strategy. You need a trading strategy, which is just one of the things I'm trying to tell you guys. A trading strategy, and that is why I'm taking you through our level of classes. All right. Forex is this is something I always tell people. Forex is a business. You have to treat Forex as a business if you want to make money in Forex. All right. For example, you wouldn't open a clothing store and then leave the door open and unguarded because you think uh, I've already opened the store, I've set the price tag, anybody can come in, drop cash, and pick up the product and leave. You will end up getting robbed. All right. The same thing goes for Forex. You cannot jump into Forex trading new and then you start trading and then you think because I input my stop loss and take profit as given by my trade signal guy. So I think I'm good. No, you're not good. That is not enough. Okay, it is very, very irresponsible to pick a trade and input SL and take profit and just leave the trade hanging. No, you want to make money from a business. You have to focus, shift a little bit of energy. I know some of you guys are working, so you have to shift a little bit of focus on it, and you have to do little things like setting price alert. Some of you can't sit and watch trades. Some of you can't sit and watch your signals or your open trades and take profit, blah, 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 blah. There are little things like setting price alerts. You can set price alerts on your phone. I've told you guys this thing times with that number, download an investing.com app, or you can set price alerts on your MT4 on your laptop. So even whilst you're doing work on something else, you could know price movement and then you know whether to get out of the trade or not. Okay, setting take profit and SL is never enough. If that was the way I traded, there would be no way I tell you guys to close this particular trade right now or close this particular trade. Sometimes most of our trades don't even get to maybe TP3 or TP4. When I see a likeliness of reversal in the market, I just tell you guys to close. All right. The only way I'm able to do that is because I monitor the market. The only way I'm able to do that is because I watch my trade. I want to make profit from the market. It's a business. This is what I do. This is how I feed myself. I'm in here to make money. I'm not. It's for it to not gamble. This is one thing that affects people, right? Whatever you think works for you is exactly what works for you. And what I mean by that is most people have the mindset that forex is a gamble, and that is why they gamble and lose. Right? Forex was built not in your favor. That is something you need to understand. The broker makes more money when you lose than when you profit. If you've done a lot of research, you would be able to know all of this. Right? The broker makes more money from you when you lose than when you profit. So some of those brokers, especially the ones that do broker manipulation, some of those guys don't want you to profit. The market doesn't want you to profit. The market wants to steal your equity. All right, and that is why they spend so much energy and so much money on advertisement just to get you to come into forex. But this is something my mentor would always tell me. He said, the way you see life is the way life works for you. For example, um, if you think you're going to be a success in this thing, you will be. All right, and that was what changed my mind, and I decided to pursue forex deeply. Okay, guys. So the essence of what I'm trying to say is have the mindset that this is a business and you have to treat it as one. Never, I don't encourage it. You pick a trade, you leave it, and then you want to come back maybe after a few hours to see if it has eat your CP or it has eat your stop loss. It's definitely going to eat your stop loss. The market wants it to eat your stop loss. The moment you input your stop loss, boom, the market already registered it. And they are looking for a way to eat your stop loss before the market moves in your direction. All right, and that's why sometimes it looks like the market is working against you. No, the market is not working against you. The market knows your mindset. The market knows how you work. They know how you think. The market was built with human. The algorithm used to build the market was more of human psychology. Right? They know when you're going to be pissed off. They know when you're going to be tired. They know when you're not going to watch your trade. They know the things you're going to do. So that is how the market is set up. So you doing exactly what they want you to do is like you setting yourself up. It's like you going into the business to lose. So now that you already know what these guys are up to, what do? You do the exact opposite of what they want you to do. Watch your trade. Pick a trade. Be smart. I don't know if some of you guys have watched the profit maximization videos like that. I thought you guys have to profit. Never ever jump into a trade with all lot. Now this is what I mean. Okay, you know what? I'm already going into profiting strategy. I'm going to talk about a little bit of profit maximization. Then we get to profit strategy. All right. So don't let me jump. All right. So what I'm just trying to say is the three major things you need to become a millionaire for it. First, trading strategy. If you want to learn the finance structures, harmonics, Fibonacci, Elliott, Gann squares, so many of them level trading. I thought some of you level trading the MGVWAAM. Yeah, WAAM and MGVW. But some of you that I taught level trading, you okay, you guys in this class are new, so I'm probably going to teach you level trading again. Um, okay, I received a message that my network is unstable. If you can still hear me clearly and see what I'm saying clearly, please do let me know. All right, just send me a message. Yes, no, tell me you're good. All right, bro. I'm going to continue the class because I want this class to be a short class. I just want to build your mindset. This week has been a slow week, and aside the fact that I wasn't feeling too fine yesterday, the reason we didn't really trade yesterday wasn't because of my health, it's because the market was slow. I only asked you guys to close the last open trade we had from last week a little profit, and that was it. And today we've done maybe about 50 60 ticks per about. The market is a bit slow, no major direction, and I'm expecting a lot of manipulation. When the market is like that, they're about to do something. They're waiting for something, and then they're going to do it. And when they do it, I want to let you guys know I'm going to send you guys notifications about it when they start manipulating the market. Of course, I hope you don't get caught up in it because as much as we try to avoid it, sometimes you just meditate, all right? Sometimes you get caught up in the wrong trade, sometimes you get caught up in the wrong market. All right, so guys, for trading strategy, whichever one you're learning, make sure you understand it and stick to it. Don't screw your head with everything. All right, don't. I think I mentioned that already. Don't screw your head with everything. Pick a couple strategies and then learn, master it, and boom, that's it. Next thing is the profiting strategy. All right, profiting strategies like martingale and edge. The reason I'm picking just a few of all the strategies because whichever strategy you're using doesn't really matter then. All right. The point is pick one. Whichever one works for you. Pick one. I use both martingale and edge. All right, but it depends on the market. In a particular market, I edge about 2 months ago. Some of you might not be with us. About 2 months ago, there was a period we took a crude oil trade, and I knew there was about to be a crazy manipulation because of the news I saw. And then I had to tell those people that picked the trade, edge the trade. It was a crude oil sell. We had to pick a buy edge and then close the buy edge and profit. And then eventually the market came right down. And then we closed the sell also in profit. Right? And that's edge. There's edge, there's martingale, there are all other lot of profiting strategies that you can use. But the point is, one, master it. All right? It's like let me give you an example. It's like someone that wants to start a business and then is thinking of I need to start a trading business or I need to start trading business, I need to start position business, I need to start buying land, I need to go into real estate. That person is not ready to make money, right? Do you understand? Sorry please. I'm really I'm really trying to stay fine on this webinar, right? Okay. Like I was saying, you have to pick a profiting strategy. If it is martingale, I taught some of you martingale and I taught some of you edge. If you still need me to shine more light on that, I think we have a few videos and student groups where you could learn how to trade or how to profit using martingale or edge. All right. Um, that way, once you pick one and then you start practicing, I give you a few months. It becomes very easy. All right. Repetition is second nature. That's one thing. This is something that I actually work with. The saying is, fear not a man that has practiced 1,000 tricks, but fear a man that has practiced one trick 1,000 times. That's the power of repetition. Repetition becomes the habit, and once it becomes the habit, everything becomes easy to you. You understand what you're doing. You know how to do it. You know when to do it. Another thing that people don't understand in forex is time. Forex works with time. It works with calculations, algorithms. Time is also another important thing, and that is why I for those of you in your first month, you will see in the videos we talk about the daily cycle and the different sessions, the agent session, the morning session, the New York session, and then what happens in the agent session where we talk about the agent session being a session for accumulation, the London session being a session for major manipulation because about 52 or 53% of the forex market is controlled by the London market, right? The London market is the most liquid market, and that is why we have majority of the manipulations coming from the London market. So the daily cycle says the agent session is session for accumulation. The London session After a manipulation pulls a move either a buy or a sell, the New York session does the opposite. What I mean by that is, if the London session decides to sell the market, the New York session will buy. If the London session decides to buy a market, the New York session will sell it. Now, this is something I always say. I don't always say this can happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. All right, this stuff is not 100%, but I can guarantee you that 75 to 85% of the time in the market, the New York session does the exact opposite of what the London session does, except in situations where you have deep or strong trends. We could actually see that today we were in the card dip right stuff, and then the trade didn't give us profit, the trade didn't move in our way until the New York session started, rather. Until the New York session started. And then boom, 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 profit, and then I had to quickly close some of the trades in profit and secure my other trades because there was really low volatility in the market. So when you have low volatility in the market in a day, and those are for day traders, and those I mean for day trades, so like some of the trades that I did, usually get to was a swing trade, and that's why we left it since I think Thursday. But Cat Gateway and Catcher, they were both day trades, and that was why as we could give updates and then go about this is most important. And another thing you guys need to understand, the reason I give those 51 smiles, 52 smiles, I need you guys to understand price movement and save profit while you can. Alright? Save profit while you can. That's why I do all those things. Give you a lot, tell you 51 8, 52 8, 53 8. I do that just because I need you to save profit because there is no essence when you pick a trade, wait for a few hours, the trade moves into profit, you don't save, and the trade moves back and knocks you right out and break even. What's the essence of the trade? But once you pick a trade, two, three orders, depending on your account size and then your lot size, which one is going to see. When you pick two, three orders, you close maybe one or two and then secure the lot. So in case the market is going to keep moving in your favor, yes, you benefit. If the market is going to turn around and knock you out, boom, natural break even, no loss, and you still in profit. Alright? You still make profit. Do you guys understand this thing? So please, the profiting strategy is very important. Very, very important. Whichever one you're taking, the martingale, the edge, pick one and practice. Like what I always tell you guys in the video is open a demo account. Even whilst you're trading my signals, pick trades on your own. Do analysis. I don't this is something I always say. I don't want you to be dependent on me forever. I want to teach you to be able to trade. I need us to communicate as traders, not just a student and a teacher, a student and a teacher. No, talk to me. You're a tip. I made about $70 in the market today. Yo, amazing. Oh, teach, I made about $1,000 in the market today. Amazing. I made about $5 in the market today. Amazing. I don't care. The moment you start profiting, all right, try to keep it consistent. The moment you can achieve consistency in forex trading, boom, that's it. That's it. You're on your way to becoming a millionaire, right? But you can't, like I said earlier, you can't jump that stage. You need to fulfill. You can't move from point A to point B without fulfilling. You can't jump. You have to move to the pathway, and the pathway is the trading strategy, the profiting strategy. Understand time. Choose time for yourself. What are you trading? What are my profit targets? And this is one other thing I don't encourage. I don't encourage you to have daily profit targets. All right, it messes with your head. You don't know when to stay out of the trade. You don't know when to stay in the trade. All right, I believe having a weekly target, gives you more results than having a daily target. A daily target puts you under unnecessary pressure. The moment you on, the moment you're under pressure, believe me, 50% of everything you're seeing in the market is absolute bullshit. 50% of everything you see in the market is total bullshit. 50% of all the decisions you make in the market, absolute nonsense. once you put yourself under that pressure, be free. All right. When I'm under too much pressure, I choose not to trade. All right. The market pulling $5.5 trillion a day. If I don't get into the market, there's nothing that's going to happen. If I come back tomorrow, there's always going to be a forex market today, tomorrow, in the next 100,000 years. There will always be a forex market, except the world ended. We would always have issues like crashes, economic meltdown, blah, 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 blah. But there will always be forex. Always. So you don't have to put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Don't make daily target. I see a lot of people saying make daily profit target. No, don't do that to yourself. Make weekly targets either. Okay? I usually have weekly and monthly targets. You know, that I can achieve my weekly. Sometimes I don't achieve my weekly target this week. I achieve next week. Sometimes I achieve even way more this week. All right. So the market, you can never ever choose what you're going to get from the market. You cannot decide that today I'm going to make $2,000 from the market. Tomorrow I'm going to make 1,500 from the market. Next time I'm going to make 10,000. It doesn't work that way. All right. A lot of people say that. I don't believe that is realistic. If you truly trade this forex market, the market can be extremely unpredictable. Very, very. You end up killing yourself. All right. So let's go into the next one. I'm trying to be fast so I can wrap up this class. Now, the last one is the risk management. I have the risk management section in the student group. For those of you that haven't seen it, please go to the student group, check it. Have it checked out. Put the lot sizes. We encourage 0.01 per of $100 account. So use that to calculate your. You're not supposed to risk more than 2% of your account as an amateur trader. You increase it as you grow, right? I have my own level of risk. Once I achieve that level, once I get to that level, I don't go beyond. Okay, and the only way you do this is by calculating the total trades open. I encourage you open multiple orders. I don't believe in opening one order for trade. It just makes you sweat unnecessarily when the trade is not going in your way. But when you open two, three orders or even more, I open sometimes four, five orders, but my account size is different. Everything depends on your account size. Okay, so do your calculations right. Like I said earlier, Forex is a business. You have to treat it as one. You want to make $1 million from a business. You don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to make $10 today. Oh, now I'm going to make 1,000. No, you calculate. Sit down, have a plan. And that is where all of this comes in. A trading strategy, a profiting strategy, and then a risk management strategy. All right. Now, edging is also a risk management strategy. Edging, depending on the type of edging you choose, right? Now, there are edging like sometimes you could choose to buy Euro USD and sell Euro USD at different price intervals just to edge out the other position. What I mean by that is maybe you want to keep a long on Euro USD, but you expect maybe a manipulation. So you pick the long, and then maybe now the market breaks a particular price level and decide to short it and profit from the break, and then I'll close down on the profit, and then probably use more figures to continue the long. It depends on. You understand everything I just said. You see the way I make edging, edge, make profit, use martingale, boom, come back and still make more profit in the long. But the only way you can do all of this successfully, guys, is proper risk management. When you take too much risk, there is no way you can keep those trades. When you already risk too much of your account, or when you've already reached maybe over 10% and you've seen the losses, you're not going to touch that account. I can bet you. I've been in those shoes before. You're not going to touch that account. You'll probably be sitting, looking at your money going red, and you'll be sweating. Everything you've learned is gone. Boom. All right? Believe me, I've been there. Like some of you that lost a lot, not too much, but to me it was a lot. All right? Because it was my money, borrowed money, friends' money, boom. I lost. I even had to pay some of them back. All right, and that way I've been able to learn from my mistakes. risk management. You want to pick a trade. For example, let me give you a quick example. I'm going to end this class in 2 minutes, guys. So if you haven't sent in your questions, please send the questions now so we can treat it. I'm only going to say this last thing before we end the class. All right, guys. If you have more things that you want me to explain to you, you can text me privately and then we can take care of that. All right? Text me privately and then we take care of it. I told you guys the class is going to be a very short class. I just needed for you to understand what I need you to achieve with you joining my team. The mindset is key. Okay? So like I said, like I was going to say, when I want to pick a trade, for example, I'm planning to use maybe 5 lots on a particular trade, for example, right? I want to use 5 lots on a particular trade. I never jump into the trade at first with 5 lots. No, I divide it. Sometimes I see maybe I want to pick 5 orders. I divide everything into five. The first, the first order, boom, one lot. I wait. I watch the market. The market is moving in my direction. Okay, then I can add maybe the second or third. All right, but the market is not moving in my direction yet. I wait. You watch. You wait and watch. Patience. You wait and watch. The market maybe comes down a bit, then moves right in my direction. I add maybe one more lot, and then the market keeps moving in my direction. I add maybe two more, and then I start closing in profit. Simple as ABC. All right. The reason I pick only one lot out of the 5 lots that I plan using it because if the market goes in my direction, I'm using that trade with only one lot. I'm using that trade with only one lot. And that is why sometimes even in a losing trade, you can still make more profit. It's strategy, all right? Now I think I have a question. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. So guys, welcome to my team once again. Welcome to my team. You really want to learn how to map a chart, you know what? Text me privately and we will talk about it. All right? Text me privately and we will talk about it. This class is about to go off right now. Welcome to BnB FX Group. Once again, I promise you, if you stay with me, we're going to fly together in Forex. I'm going to share with you my experience, and that way we can all boom. And what I mean by boom is making in Forex. All right? So Forex works, guys. Text me privately if you need anything. I'll see you in the market. All right? Have a nice day, guys.